total hip replacement done. It's all over. I finally had my hip replaced after putting it off for about 7 or 8 years and living with a stiff, painful, arthritic hip joint. It's finally over. I finally had that SOB replaced, and I'm happy. My surgery was today at about 1:45 p.m. here at USC Arcadia Hospital in the city of Arcadia, and my surgeon was Dr. Andrew Yun, and I am just happy. It's almost 1 a.m. right now, so technically this is May, it's already the next day, it's May 19th, but I'm not very sleepy at the moment. I actually feel kind of wide awake, even though I'm still full of the medications, the anesthetics and pain medications, but I'm in very little pain. The surgery went well. I haven't had much pain at all today, and I'm actually impressed by that. I was anticipating the surgery being a much bigger deal than what it turned out to be, but it was very easy. My mind was my biggest enemy going into the surgery. I was thinking about all kinds of negative outcomes and potential outcomes, and what if this happens, what if that happens, but this was like one of the easiest things that I've ever done, honestly. And I'm just so happy. I'm happy that I have a brand new hip. I don't have to deal with that physical limitation any longer, and just I'm just glad to have that old broken piece of me no longer a part of me. So I'm just here recovering in my own little room here and watching TV, enjoying this little mini vacation. I arrived at the hospital today about 11 a.m. My surgery time was scheduled for 1:45, but they ended up starting a little bit early. I guess they were ahead of schedule. So after I did the paperwork, the pre-registration, I was already in the the pre-op. I was in the pre-op area already by like noon, maybe a little after noon, and then they wheeled me into the OR about 1 a.m. and I don't know how long the surgery took. The doctor said it would probably take between an hour and a half, which is, I'm assuming that's how long the surgery took. But I was wheeled into the recovery room at about 3:30, and I think I came to probably around 4 or 4:30, and it was just kind of surreal, because one moment I was in the operating room and I was, I had to sit up on the gurney and bend forward so they could put in the epidural, and evidently I just lost consciousness soon thereafter, and then the next thing I knew, I was waking up in the recovery room. It's just like, whoa. But I'm happy. I finally got this problem fixed, because this bad hip has been a problem, not only physically but psychologically. Psychologically, it's been difficult to be saddled with a bad hip, especially since my hip problem, started from when I was a teenager. So I've had hip problems since my teens, and it impacted me up here. But it's now gone. I feel good. Obviously I'm going to be a little bit sore over the next few weeks during the recuperation process, but I'm happy that I went through with the surgery and I had it done. And I was pretty composed throughout too. I was not as nervous or fearful as I thought I was going to be. I thought that I was going to be very panicky and scared, but I was nervous. I was nervous and a little apprehensive, but not excessively so. Even in the OR, when they were wheeling me into the OR room, I started to I perked up a little bit, because I could see, everything that's in the room. I could see the tools, the equipment, the machines, the bright lights, all the different people that were going to be assisting with the surgery, and it was like being on center stage. It was like, okay, now's the time for the big dance. And my mind started to envision all kinds of things that were going to be happening to me in the very near future. Like they're going to be using this tool, and they're going to be using this scalpel and this drill, and my mind went a little bonkers there for a while. But And overall, I handled it pretty well. I was a big boy, so I just wanted to make this quick little video just to sort of memorialize this monumental event in my life and say, here I am. I'm happy, and I can't wait to get back on the hiking trails as soon as I can. But that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to make this short little video and be like, I'm happy. I'm happy now. I feel whole now. I don't feel partially broken like I did prior to having this surgery done. So I'm happy. And for those of you that need hip replacement surgery, get it done. Don't wait. Don't put it off. Don't overthink it. Just do it.